Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Outriders video. 2 videos in 2 days? What am I? Mad? Fear not, all you Warframe naysayers. Warframe has not gone anywhere. We are merely taking advantage of new content for another game. There will be plenty of Warframe guides coming in the near future. But for those who want to see a little bit more of Outriders, this video will serve that purpose. Compounding on the video that I recently released where I explained my thoughts and opinions on Outriders, I thought it would be a diligent choice to upload a video demonstrating the actual gameplay of Outriders. And in this video, I will be demonstrating the Techromancer. This is the latest announced class of the 4 classes to be released on launch. Might as well put my skills to good use. There will be videos covering the other classes, and I will be endeavoring to make guides for each class when Outriders is fully released. Between then and now, however, I will endeavour to release content to demonstrate what I can with the footage that is available, and to keep you all up to date with everything Outriders related. So should you wish to keep yourself updated or find out more about the game, please make sure you subscribe, like this video, leave a comment down below as to what you think, and do let me know what class you intend on playing when the game is fully launched. I won't be talking through the majority of this video. I want you to have a video that demonstrates the abilities and the playstyle and the expectations of gameplay that you can get from Outriders. But let it be known that the video that you're about to watch is a video where I played at World Tier 10, which at level 26 would be considered slightly above the median level of what you would be doing, as that would put the enemy at about the level 33 mark. So they were distinctively higher level than I was, with distinctive more damage and higher resistances. And I did find that with the gear that I had at the time, it was a distinctive challenge. So this is definitely going to show that there was some resistance that I encountered through the course of the fight, and also through the course of the fight I discovered the joy of being able to change abilities on the fly. This is going to be very unedited and more about just showing you the gameplay, so do keep that in mind. The footage itself is of a side quest, so fear not about the story spoilers, there is none of that in this. But this is a side bounty and one of many that you're able to pick up whilst going through the main storyline and the end game. This is one where you get given an objective, usually to capture or kill a VIP target, and through the process of burning through cohorts of enemies and also the environment, you will then run down the big bad boss and, well, do away with him. With the build that I was using, I was prioritizing a assault rifle and sniper rifle build, and through the process I was also then using blighted rounds, which is the first ability, which is a buff that is applied to your gun, and it applies to the remainder or the entirety of your magazine that you have in the gun at the time. So ideally this is something you'd want to use when you've just reloaded to get as many bullets as possible affected with the blighted rounds. And obviously you can see that with this kind of ideology, it would be most certainly something useful to use on weapons with larger magazines. Blighted rounds itself inflicts enemies with toxin, wherein the enemies will be blighted and they will take damage over time based on the effectivity of your toxin damage. My second ability was Tool of Destruction, which is a toggleable ability depending on what you want to use. If you tap the ability, you summon a missile launcher, which can be used to fire 4 high explosive projectiles, dealing a large amount of splash damage in a 6-meter range. This splash damage will interrupt all enemies affected and deal a significant amount of damage to those affected. However, if you hold the button instead of summoning a missile launcher, you summon a minigun, which deals less damage initially but has a lot more capacity for more sustained damage over time, and is better for a long-winded fight should you have a lot of smaller enemies to blast down, or maybe enemies that don't necessarily need to be interrupted. My third and final ability was an ability called Cold Snap, which is probably one of the more simpler abilities in the Techromancer arsenal. In essence, you snap your finger a la Thanos style, and all enemies within a small area of where you throw your snapped finger grenade will then be frozen in place, thus rendering them immobile and unable to do anything. Additionally, they also then suffer the freeze debuff, which has its own implementations, but let it be known that this is in essence a way to slow the fight, allowing you to have a moment of reprieve, to blast away some priority enemies, to take a step back if need be, and maybe apply your other abilities to the enemies that have been frozen in place. The radius in which is affected does kind of depend on how you set yourself up, but I generally found it affected a very large radius of about 40 to 50 yards depending. 40 to 50 meters, my apologies. So once again, this video is not designed to explain anything or give you a guide of sorts. It's more to give you an experience of an entire mission through the eyes of a Techromancer with the builds and weapons that I so used initially. There'll be one more video of this nature coming out, and then hopefully from there on in, the rest of the videos we make will be far more explanatory and guide orientated. So sit back, relax, grab a beer, and I hope you all enjoy this content.